Want to get virtually unlimited business leads and contact them quickly and easily to sell any product or service you want. Hi, I'm Sean Casey, and we're going to cover that and more in the next hour or so. I'm going to show you how to get access to millions of business leads, their name, email, social media, address, phone number, and more to sell anything you want, however you want to sell it, how to make initial contact with those leads, follow up with them repeatedly without having to make phone calls, make personal visits, or talk to anyone if you don't want to, and many of us don't want to. How to eliminate using insanely expensive paid ads for lead generation. If that's not working for you now, you might never have to look at it again. And finally, how to get more money out of your leads so you get a huge increase in profits. This is a game changer for a lot of businesses, and I'll talk more about this in just a couple of minutes. But again, my name is Sean Casey. My partner is Brian Cause. We're the founders of several online businesses, as well as 7-time best-selling authors. Over the last 22 years, we sold well over $100 million online in our various businesses. We've promoted physical and digital products. We've sold them to consumers and to businesses, so we've got a lot of experience. And a big part of what we've done over the years is to help other businesses grow, whether through getting more leads, more sales, or other things. And we often do this through utilizing software and AI, artificial intelligence. Now, right now, we're super excited because on our growth curve, we're on track to have our software integrated with over $1 billion in annual client revenue within the next year. So not that we're going to do $1 billion, not overstating our size, but that our clients will be annually. Sometime in the next year, we're going to get in there. And that's because we've created a variety of AI tools, such as Webfire, which is a tool that makes getting ranked on Google and other search engines super easy without having to be a techie. Robot Author, which is an amazing AI tool that researches and writes unique content. It's the first of its kind. Both these are patented. That's how powerful and unique they are that we've created. We've also just more recently created Increase Billing, which is a really amazing AI platform. It increases successful transactions for e-com companies by up to 20%, decreases declines, and saves recurring declines. Now, recurring declines are if you have a monthly membership or a monthly rebill or an annual rebill, you're getting declines every single month. More than 20% is the industry average, whether you realize it or not. Our software can recapture about 25,000 of every 100,000 in declines that would have otherwise been thrown out. Plus, you get the future rebills on those. So if your business is doing over 100,000 a month in online sales, or you know somebody who is, and we'd be glad to pay you a hefty ongoing referral fee for that referral, get in touch with us at sales@increasebilling.com, and we'd be glad to work with you and see how we can help your business or your referral. So that's just a little bit about us. But even though we've sold over $100 million, we face the same challenges as every other business, and that is getting a consistent flow of good prospects that we can sell our various products and services to. Right? Everybody runs into this, and I'm sure you do too. Now, the standard methods to get leads, and some of you might have tried all these. In fact, I'm curious who's tried which, are things like SEO, right? So you can build your website content, you optimize it, and then you have to wait for people to find you. This obviously works. It's super profitable, but it takes time, and you can't do anything to speed up the process. So if you're currently doing SEO to get traffic and customers, put a 1 in the chat box over there for me. Put a 1 in the chat box if you're doing SEO. And another method, and I'm seeing a lot of 1s come in, so that's really common, right? Another method is cold calling, right? Get the info on businesses, call them up, just try to get to the right person. Now, for us, this didn't work because our product line requires us to reach the right person who's going to understand what we're selling. And most of the businesses were not the right fit because it doesn't work for everybody. Okay, but it isn't just niche specific, where it just depends upon what exactly we're trying to do with which piece of software. But the other thing is, because we have software, it helps us if we can do a complete demo and an explanation to a qualified prospect. So this is complex for us, as well as finding people to call. And scaling is hard. Growing the business is hard, right? Because you need a lot of qualified phone people to work the lists, to dig out the good prospects and move them to the next level where you move on to salespeople and demos and different things like that. Now, if you've been trying cold calling, let's put a 2 in the chat box. Okay. Cold calling is a 2, SEO is a 1. Certainly saw a lot of SEO people. I'm seeing the cold calling people come in now. So this is really common because it does work. It's just hard. And for many people, myself included, I don't want to have to cold call people that aren't aware of that I'm going to call and know what the call is all about. Door to door, kind of like cold calling, but in person, doesn't work for us. We're a software company that sells worldwide to e-commerce businesses. So this doesn't work for us. And it's especially limiting because to scale this, you not only need to get people that can do this door to door, but you need people physically in every local area to visit the businesses there. So if you sell it beyond areas where you have offices, right, this is a really limiting way to do that. But it works for a lot of businesses. So put a 3 in the chat box if you're doing door to door in your business, and that's one of your scaling models. Not seeing a lot of 3s because I don't think this is as much of a thing as it was many years ago. But still, again, it can work, right? Because all those methods can work. But if you want to grow your sales quickly, you need a method that has a gas pedal you can jam to the floor. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, imagine you're in a car and normally you want that car to go. You put your foot on the gas pedal, right? And you push it and it accelerates and car goes as fast as you want to go, right? But what if you put your foot on the gas pedal and you pushed it and nothing happened, or it just putted along really slowly? Be like, man, this engine's broken. Oh, this car's a piece of crap, right? Well, that's the difference between having a sales system in your business that can drive sales as fast as you want them to go and being held back from being able to go fast at all. The thing is, if you can just push your foot down on the gas pedal to grow your business, right? Just the way you can put your foot down on the gas pedal to make your car go faster, that changes everything. And that's what we personally look for in our business is the gas pedal. How can we make our business go faster the easiest, most efficient way possible so we get more sales and we get more profits? And if that's you too, you want to grow quickly and you want that gas pedal, then put a 4 in the chat box. Let me see what happens here. Okay, seeing everybody's putting in a 4. Of course, because this changes everything. If we can just put our foot on the gas and business gets growing, more sales, more profits. So let's talk about one of the ways that you can do that. Now, paid ads. Look, paid ads can work really well. A lot of businesses never get them to work. We've made them work. We're pretty good at them. We've generated millions of dollars in sales from ads, but there's still a lot of tough challenges. Getting good results takes a lot of time. It takes expense to run tests. You literally have to figure out what to test and then test it and then wait and see the results and see if the leads are any good, right? But if you get it dialed in, the results are awesome. That's why billions of dollars are spent on paid ads. But most people never get it to work because of all the steps involved in the process. They don't get it to work really well. And the other thing is you get a lot of fake leads and bad leads that waste your time. And they're part of the process, but especially in the early stages, if you're just trying to grow and test this out, that makes it more complex. And the reason it's complex is, think about this. To test on paid ads, you've got to come up with an idea, design the ad, design the landing page, set up the ad, start traffic, wait for the leads, measure the cost per lead, interact with the leads, determine if the cost per sale will be profitable for you, right? There's an awful lot of steps, and all of them take time and a lot of money because the average cost per lead on Facebook is now $19.68. In some industries, you can see it's over $56, but that's cheap compared to LinkedIn because their lowest average lead cost is $60 in some industries like manufacturing, but can be as high as $150. So those are crazy numbers unless this is the perfect lead for your business and what you're selling is going to convert really well with a huge, huge dollar profit margin, right? So that's not going to work for a lot of people, especially if you're just trying to, you're in the earlier stages, you're trying to grow that business. So let's talk about what we think is the fast and easy way to get leads, and that is email. I started selling online like 23 years ago now, and I discovered email and I was like, this is the most awesome thing ever. You send a message out and people respond. They click, they go to a website, they buy stuff, or they become a lead that's qualified, that goes through a process. This was, to me, just an amazing, amazing thing. And it still is, because email has a lot of advantages over other methods. It's easy to write a message. It's cheap to send it. It's fast to test it. And you get results the same day. Companies report that their return on investment in email marketing is like 20 to 1. It's a huge, huge number. Like if you spend $100, they can average $2,000 back. That's how powerful email is. Now, you might think, well, I get so much email. What does it really matter? Well, the reason you get so much email is because email works. And you yourself and your company can leverage email in several different ways. You could send prospects directly to a sales page, right? So you just send out the email to get them to come by. Or you can invite them to respond to your email, start a conversation. They can get more info. They could set an appointment with you. You can offer information to them directly. Go to a page and get a free report or a case study or a video or a PDF or something. They go to that web page. They provide an email address and a name so you know who to contact and follow up with. Or you could just survey people to find out what they're most interested in, and then you know their hot buttons so you know how to market and sell to them. But email is amazing and can do great results for you. And with email, it doesn't matter if some leads don't respond because you're not going to pay $60 or $150 a lead. It's going to be way, way, way less. And email works so well, you're probably getting cold email messages sent to your business every day right now. Email you didn't ask for, but from companies who say, listen, I've got something that I think would work for your company, for you to help your business in some way. Love to get you more information. Let's follow up, right? You're getting those every day. Why? Because it works, and it works really, really well the way we do it, which is what I'm going to show you. There are two big challenges, though, to making email work really well. Now, the first one is getting the right leads. The first challenge, getting the right leads, because most of them are crappy, overpriced leads. The leads are often expensive, they're inaccurate, they're out of date, the business was closed, or there's new businesses that aren't added to the list, and they're incomplete, okay? But you're paying for the whole lead even though they're incomplete. How expensive are business leads? Well, some companies sell them for as high as $1 a lead. Just saw somebody that was showing me something that was $2 a lead, but you can find them for less and bigger volumes. No guarantee that you're happy with them, no matter what you're going to pay for them, but you can get them in volume. Now, here's an example. I don't know anything about this company. I'm not saying they're a bad company. I'm not saying they're a good company, but you can go look this up yourself. That Leads Pleads, if you wanted to buy the state of Georgia, where I'm based, that you could get 86,280 leads with email, and they would charge you only 24.4 cents a lead, which granted is less than $150 on LinkedIn, but still is $21,052.32 to buy the entire list of 80-some thousand Georgia businesses. So collectively, that's a lot of money to get a list to start working on. And we can do much, much better than that. I'm going to show you how in a minute, okay? But in volume, you could spend a lot of cash on email leads. But once you have those leads, what do you do next? You need to send them email. And that's the second challenge, is how to send email to the leads once you bought the list. Most email service providers and the autoresponder companies, they don't support sending cold email. If you import leads, they'll shut down your account. So don't do that, right? Now, you can find services specifically built for sending cold email, but most are too expensive for the poor delivery results they provide, and they're complicated to use. Starting with, you have to import lead files and do a bunch of other stuff, so you have to be technical to be able to make them work, and we want this to be easy. So here's how we solve these problems and built the ultimate gas pedal for accelerating business sales. This has made all the difference for us. We built our own solution. We own a software development company, right? So we have an amazing programming team. We've built super complex artificial intelligence systems. We committed to invest over $100,000 to solve this problem forever. Now, like all software projects, we started out planning to spend around $100,000, and then we ended up spending way more than we thought. But no matter what it cost us, it's totally worth it. Just think about this. Why keep paying $20,000 to buy lead list after lead list when you can make one big investment and never have to pay per lead again? It's a no-brainer, right? We built our own business lead search engine, bought servers, secured huge storage space, and turned it loose. And you know what? Even we were astounded at the data we'd acquired after running for a few weeks. We've now got over 100 million business leads with all kinds of data about them. You're going to see in just a minute. They're worldwide, every possible line of business, For us, owning this database was like finding the mother lode. Everywhere we look, we find gold. Now we don't have to pay thousands to buy lead lists when we want to promote any of our products or test new ideas. We don't have to worry about the leads getting old or missing out on new businesses that pop up. If we want all the florists or dentists or automotive repair shops, we have a complete list in just a few minutes. If we want all the businesses in Georgia, we just choose Georgia. Click the button and get them all in a couple of minutes, not $20,000 just for Georgia. And all the other states are not $20,000 each either. Since our custom database has the business name, address, phone number, email address, and social media info like Facebook and Twitter where we can get it, we can contact these leads however we want. And because we love the ease and effectiveness of email, we even built a mailing solution right into the software to make this fast and simple. So you can grab the leads and email them with just a few mouse clicks. Predictably, our fellow business owners found out about this. They wanted access, and we decided to let them. Now, you might be saying, why aren't we worried about the competition? Well, let's look at the facts, right? The U.S. Census Bureau, which I was surprised to find out, actually tracks capital spending. In 2020, from the census, they said that non-farm businesses are spending $1.7 trillion a year on capital purchases. They're probably buying even more stuff other than that in services, right? So U.S. businesses are spending $1.7 trillion a year just to buy products, right? Our database has 100 million business leads. Not even the biggest company can be selling everything that all these companies are buying, right? I can't, you can't, nobody can. How would you like to have access yourself to over 100 million business leads and an easy way to send email to them? If that's you, put a yes in the chat box so we know that we've got the right people. I'm seeing the place blow up with yeses. Let me ask this another way. Do you want to have access to the ultimate gas pedal? Put a yes in the chat box. Now I'm getting completely bombarded. That's right. We're going to give you access to our gas pedal to accelerate your sales. We call it MacroLeads. My partner, Brian Cause, is going to come on right now and demonstrate exactly how fast, easy, and simple it is to use MacroLeads and contact leads via email. Brian, take it away.
Hey, it's Brian here, and hopefully you see my screen right now where we're inside of MacroLeads. And when you initially log in right here, you'll see a little link here where we have like tons and tons of training that walks you through like everything from how to use the search to how to use essentially the built-in Miller that works with Google Workspace, as well as basically best practices on mailing, a handful of templates, like a whole bunch of stuff like that. Literally walks you through how to use absolutely everything, including the best practices on the search and also on the mailing. The main thing you'll see when you scroll down here is the search itself. Right here, essentially above that, that's where you integrate on the mailing side. So when you first log in, you'll get like an API key that you'll just basically paste here, and we'll explain that in a few minutes here. But as far as a search, super easy. So MacroLeads is kind of like a lead search engine. So this is not based on Google. It's not based on anything like that. We actually built a search engine from scratch and allows you to search for leads just like you would on like a search engine. So if you want to find dentist, you might use a keyword like basically dentist or dentists, or if there's a certain kind of dentist, you can essentially type in that. Or if there's a different kind of business or whatever you want to search for, you can basically type it in there. Obviously, the more broad you are, the more leads you'll get, the more narrow you are. Usually the less leads you'll get right there. But there's literally over 100 million leads, business leads, right now, and that's literally growing every single day. So it's not only growing, it's also updating and getting new and fresher leads and updating old ones, and really amazing stuff. So let's say for a search, you want to search for dentist. You do a search maybe for dentist like that, or you could do dentist. And then optionally, you can do a location. So if you want to do like Atlanta, Georgia, you might do Atlanta space GA. If you want to do Madison, Wisconsin, you might do Madison space WI, or basically any city or town like that. Obviously, you'll get less leads on the localized than you would on broad. You can even do like a statewide one if you want, although it's we recommend either basically going broad or based upon like a city. You'll tend to get slightly better results that way right there. But I usually do broad because, my thinking is, I don't really care where the leads are in most cases if I'm selling a service that essentially anyone could use anywhere. And then you can basically pick how many leads per page you want. If you do 100 leads, it's a pretty quick search of like a few seconds. If you do 500, might take like 10 to 15 seconds. It will still show all the leads out there, but this is just how many will show on a single page at a time right there. So that's how that works there. And I'll show a couple of the advanced options that you can do as well. So as it's essentially doing that search, I can show up this. So the default search will have like the email address, the physical address, usually the name of the business or the title, a phone number, and all sorts of stuff like that. You can also have it search for Facebook pages, Twitter pages, also contact forms. So I usually have these three basically checked off by default, or I shouldn't say by default. For my own searches, I have those checked off. By default, they won't be initially, so you'll want to check off those first three right here. I usually ignore the last two. That's more specialized stuff that like 90% of users probably won't actually use there. And in just a few seconds, we should see a bunch of leads pop up. And when they initially pop up, they'll start to slowly fill in some additional info that might basically take another minute or so right there. And right here, we see the leads have just essentially popped up. And when we scroll down here, we see that there's basically over 100,000 leads, and we'll show 500 leads at a time. You see them all right here, and anywhere where it says loading, it essentially means it's like slowly loading in the data right there. So you see they're filling in as we go right there. If you want to have 500 more leads, you just click load next page, and it will load 501 through 1,000. So on and so forth, just so we don't overwhelm you with a single page of 100,000 leads, because that'd be pretty big right there. But you can see here, there's a lot of data. It has the domain, has like the title or name, the business and such, has all the associated email addresses. If they have a Facebook page, we'll show that. If they have a Twitter page, we'll show that. Now, keep in mind, not all businesses will have a Facebook page. Not all will have a Twitter page, because obviously not all businesses do. But if they do, we'll find it right there and show that. It will also list the phone numbers. If they have a phone, it will also list a physical address. If they have that, keep in mind, not all websites or not all businesses, will necessarily always have a physical address. And then you can also show if it has a contact form. So that's kind of like an email almost, except you would fill out the contact form there, and you can reach them that way, which can be a great way to get really good delivery and stuff like that. So if you want to take the time to do that, you can. And some sites will sometimes have multiple contact forms, so we list them all out right there, just like some sites will have multiple email addresses. And if you want, you can take like literally seconds to essentially weed through this and see like, hey, if you really like a business or so, you can see if which of the emails might be essentially better for you to reach out to. And all you have to do is check off which ones you want, or you can check basically all the emails right here. If you do check all, I usually still take like a minute or so just to go through the page and sometimes uncheck ones that I don't want to reach out to, or just kind of get like a second eye just to look at it. Then all you have to do is scroll down. And again, everywhere where it says loading, it will load info, probably within the next minute or so. After you check off the emails, you just click email leads, and it can actually email all those leads for you very, very easily. Now, again, keep in mind, there's tons of leads here, and not all the leads will have like phone numbers for all, or even emails for all, but it pulls up all the info that it has on these right there, where the vast majority will have an email, the vast majority will have a number. I'd say most have a physical address, and probably about half have some form of social media. But you can also reach out to them on social media. Like if you want to reach out to them on Facebook or Twitter, you can easily do that. You just basically click on their page and you can leave a message there, and that's that. Another thing that you can also do is, again, I'll show off a local search here. I have a saved one just so we wouldn't have to wait a bit. If you click right here, here's the exact same search, but I had it be for Atlanta, Georgia, right here. And when we scroll through, we see a bunch of different leads here. Again, there's a handful, might be like, there's a handful of chains that might have like a bunch of addresses. So that's why some might have more than one address. Most will just have one physical address there. So again, right there for Atlanta, Georgia, we see 712 leads right there that you see right here. And you'll also see a handful of leads are in green. What that is, that's a feature that I didn't show on the last one because that basically takes a few minutes more. If you click the social email updater, it will basically go through the social media pages and try to find additional email addresses based upon that, and those will show up in green. So sometimes those can be a little more valuable because it's an email address that they're basically giving out that they oftentimes want basically people to contact them at. So that's just some additional stuff that you can do right there. I'll show off one more search that we have right here. This is a neat one where I searched for florist. So now keep in mind, you can search anywhere that you want, at all. I just did a global one right here. And we see, in this case, a bit shy of 32,000 leads right there. And what's neat here is that you'll get a mix of like basically corporate places. Like here's a big place right here where you even see corporate email addresses there, and you can click show more to get more. And if you scroll down a bunch, like again, just tons and tons of leads, there's a lot of mom and pops here, as well as a lot of big corporate ones. So it's a good mix because you just did a search for florist. So that's, again, lots and lots of lead info right there. And again, all you have to do, you can check the leads that you want, or you can check the all button and kind of weed through stuff if you want. And then just click the email leads at the very bottom there, and you can email them all, again, with a click of a button. And if you want more leads than just this first page, you can click load next page of results and whatnot right there. And I didn't use the social updater on this one. So if you want to wait like a few more minutes, you basically click that and get even more leads. So it'll show up in green right there. And that's how easy it is. And as far as the mailing side, super easy as well. So the first time you log in, it'll ask for an API key that it will send you for the business emailer. So you'll basically paste that in right there. And on the business emailer, again, that is super easy. The first time you log in, it will basically prompt you to sign up for a Google Workspace account. Those are, again, fairly cheap right there. That's owned by Google. We don't make anything from like a Google Workspace account. I think mine I pay like $6 a month for, or something like that. So it's like way less than like a normal autoresponder, but it's owned by Google, and it specifically is kind of made for like cold emailing or kind of email outreach, kind of like this stuff right here. And when you integrate that, Business Emailer makes it way more easy to use. It like will automatically have some stuff like opt-out links and stuff like that. So it kind of sets it up to be a little easier to use and a little more compliant. You still want to follow like basic can spam rules. You don't want to try to trick them to click stuff or anything like that. And we have we have some training on what to do. It's like again, super easy. But this is where you write your messages, and you can click create new message, or right here. I just clicked essentially the edit button. So if you want to name the email something, you can. So you can remember it. You can have the title here, and then you can write your message right here. So again, in this case, this would be if I'm basically promoting like a certain kind of tax credit that like accountants might want to sell right there, where it can be worth thousands of dollars in profits for one sale right there. So I would write a message on that. Whereas if you're selling like an SEO service, you might say, hey, and this one, it has, question on free Google rankings. So, you might have some kind of offer or service on that. If you're selling printer ink, you might want to reach out with like an email, like the third one right there. So you can kind of tailor it to whatever service or, whatever message you want to give out there. So again, this can be great, like regardless of what you sell, if it's like a service you sell, or if it's something you're selling just as an affiliate, whether it's like, basically SEO and Google rankings, whether it's web design, whether it's accounting stuff, whether it's physical stuff you're selling, whether it's print on demand stuff, whether it's consulting or coaching stuff. I mean, literally anything you can think of is fine there. And you can also, what's nice about this is if you have a service like, let's say you're selling SEO or like an accounting service or anything like that, if you want, you can oftentimes tailor it to the specific businesses. So like if one day you're targeting, let's say, a lot of businesses in Wisconsin or in a certain city, you can have that in the subject line and say, hey, this is, blah, blah, blah for dentists in Wisconsin or dentists in Madison or whatever you want right there. And then when you basically target the exact same group in another area, you can literally clone the message and change it from like, Wisconsin to Minnesota or Georgia or whatever you want right there, or even change it from basically dentists to chiropractors or whatever you want. So you can easily personalize it a bit that way as well. Or if you have a broad offer, that's basically perfectly fine as well right there. And then back inside of macro leads, once you have the messages, you just can pick any of the messages that you have saved from the drop down right here. So like right here, I have a 3 essentially demo ones right there. You basically pick which one you want. You check the emails, and then once more, you just click email leads right there, and you are set. So again, very powerful stuff. This is a great way to use Google Workspace to get, good delivery, reach out and get, again, literally hundreds of leads a day. And over time, you can even get a couple thousand leads a day. But to start with, we recommend kind of slowly ramping that up right there. But it's a great way to reach literally hundreds to thousands of businesses a day. And on top of it, not only can you email them, if you want to basically call them on the phone, if you want to send them a postcard, if you want to reach out to them on Facebook or, essentially Twitter, if you want to reach out via a contact form, you have all that info right there as well. So literally an incredible source of over 100 million leads, business leads, growing each and every day, and also updating constantly throughout that time as well with new relevant info. A great, powerful source to literally test any offer you want and reach literally any kind of crowd or any kind of leads that you want. Because again, it's a lead search engine, so it's only limited by your imagination. We have lots of training on like the best practices and how to get the right kind of leads that you're looking for. But again, tons and tons of data out there, so you can get as specific or as broad as you want right there. So with that, I'll go back to you, Sean.
Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Brian, for that great demonstration. So quick recap of macro leads. You're going to have access to over 100 million US and international business leads. You could search by keyword and locality if you want. Plus, this database increases and is updated daily. So we're constantly working, checking, double checking, getting new leads, updating old ones, removing leads that are no longer businesses that we find as active. We spent a fortune to build this, warehouse it, manage it, and continually update the massive database. So it's always ready. It's always fresh when you want some accurate business leads in whatever niche. You saw how quick and easy it is to do. And then when you find the leads you want, you can either click to automatically send them a message via our business emailer integration with Google Workspace, which is, you can see, super easy. Or you can export them, save them to contact by phone, snail mail, door-to-door, import the email listed to another service using however you want to take advantage of those leads. We like Google Workspace for sending email because it's built and managed by Google for exactly the purpose of sending business emails. If you're a new user, Google controls how much email you can send. It's their service. It's $6 a month. That's their fee. We don't get any part of that. You can send up to 500 emails a day to start with Google Workspace. After you've had the account for a while, you can build that up to where Google will increase the limit to up to 2,000 emails a day. So that's a lot of email. If you need to send more, there are other services we connect you with where you can send a lot more email if you want to. It's just going to be a slightly higher cost, but still worth it when you're getting the results that you want with all of this. If you don't have our business email integration, if you just went out and bought leads and you want to import them into Google Workspace, it's complicated. You have to create a properly formatted lead file. Then you have to build a Google Sheet from that file, embed the mail merge commands, process the mail merge, troubleshoot any errors. And then after that, you have to go into Workspace and identify the emails that you want to contact and actually send the emails. So way more complex than put the message in one time, choose it, click the lead you want, hit send, and automatically have it go out and get sent. So probably your big question is, how fast can you get started using MacroLeads to get leads and send emails? Well, really you need about an hour. You should watch the initial training video. It shows you how to set up and connect everything. You pretty much can already guess how to search, but we'll give you a lot of training on best search practices to get the leads you want. But an hour from when you choose to start, you could be already set up and sending email, even if you're setting up a new Google Workspace account, which is super easy. And we've got a video on that. So do all that and boom, you're ready to grab leads and make contact and start the business working. With MacroLeads, you're going to get a license to use MacroLeads to get virtually unlimited business leads from a proprietary database of 100 million leads, and to use our business emailer integration with Google Workspace. You'll never pay per lead again. What's the total value? If each lead cost 25 cents, you'd have over $25 million worth of business leads, but that's not going to be you. You won't have to invest millions of dollars, obviously, right? How much do leads really cost? Well, we showed you Leads Please. Just an example, state of Georgia, 86,000 leads cost $21,000, which is still a huge amount of money. And if you want the updated list next year, guess what it's going to cost you? Probably more than that, right? But you're going to be able to access millions of business leads in just a few minutes and mail hundreds or thousands per day with just a few mouse clicks for only, well, I'm going to tell you in just a second, but let me say this right now. MacroLeads existed before the current version, where we built the 100 million lead database all in one spot to make it easy and integrated it using Business Emailer with Google Workspace. And the clients that are using it up to this point are paying $2,997 a year to use MacroLeads. Just $3,000 a year, basically. Comfortably cheap on a per lead basis still, right? Way less than $20,000 just to buy Georgia. And if you're driving millions of dollars in sales each year, you're happy to do that. But you are in the right place at the right time being with me here today, because for only $997, yes, it's that crazy of a deal for the first year of getting virtual unlimited business leads and the free business emailer that integrates with Google Workspace. Only $997 today. And after the first year, you continue using MacroLeads and the business emailer for only $19.97 a month. You can stop the service at any time. So there's a link on the screen. Click on that. Go ahead and get signed up right now and lock in this deal. Again, it's $997 that covers the entire first year. And then there is no annual fee of what the other people are paying, $29.97. There's just basically $20 a month, $19.97 a month to keep using the service. And you could stop anytime. You could stop at the end of the year if you want to. You can stop 6 years from now, whenever you want to stop. You're not locked into a long-term contract. But this is a way that we can give you access to help you grow your business and, of course, to grow ours at the same time. So we think this is an incredible deal, because you're not going to be spending $20,000 to buy the businesses in every state. $997 one time gets you access and gets you rolling. So click on the link that popped up and you're going to get access right away. Yes, you probably did the math in your head. You probably earn more from one sale than the initial investment today in MacroLeads. So think about how profitable this is going to be for your business, where you can go out and take those leads and make sale after sale after sale after sale for basically the one-time investment, because $20 a month is not much of anything at all, right? Is a real business cost. So no matter how many thousands of leads you get in mail daily, there's never a per lead cost. There's never a mailing cost from us. You're going to have a mailing service cost from someone like Google, right? But not us. So we're just, going to give you access and let you go to work. Plus, we're going to give you 4 valuable bonuses because we want to help you to grow and improve your business. So the first thing we're going to give you, super bonus number 1, is free training and support. Look, we buy a lot of software for our business, and other companies often charge onboarding or setup fees, but we're including everything you need to get started today, except the mailing service like Google Workspace. That's not our business, right? But everything to get set up. We're going to give you training, detailed training, not on just how to use macro leads in the business emailer, but how to get the results for whatever you want to sell, get the right leads and contact them and sell for any product in any niche. And we're going to give you free support. Other software companies often charge extra to get top-notch fast response support. You get our world-class support included free with macro leads today. We're also going to give you bonus number 2, which is free updates for life. We're a software company. We know how this works because we've done it. Other software companies do it, right? Charge you for each new version of the software. So every year you have to pay a lot more money to get the latest improvements. But today you don't have to do that with macro leads in the business emailer. You're going to get free updates for life. So as long as you're an active member of macro leads and business emailer, you're going to get free access to all the improvements, the upgrades, the updates, whatever we make for the software, new leads, updated lead info, new ideas that we have, all of that goes into this. You get that free updates with your membership you're getting today when you go and click on that link and you join macro leads. Super bonus number 3. These are cold leads. They don't know who you are, right? So how do you turn them into cash? How do you get them to respond, create sales? We created some video podcast training. We put the recording into the macro leads member area for you. You're going to get access to this training that shows you how to turn cold leads into cash by finding the right leads tailored to fit your specific offer. We're going to talk about what you should say in your email messages, how you can follow up with people in the reply messages so you can get the best results. And we even have free email swipes. We have examples you can use as templates for different offers. So you can go in, change those around so they fit your business, but they'll help you get started right away, sending email and being successful. And then super bonus number 4, which is earn more money from your leads. I cannot overstate the value of this. What do most businesses do with their leads? They acquire leads, they sell the product or service to that lead base that they went to get the leads for, and then they throw those aside and they go get more leads. Well, here's the thing. In those leads, especially for business leads, those businesses are spending money on other products and services, right? That's what businesses do. We do it, you do it, every business does it, right? So what if you could make money because those people are already spending money and you can help them spend it in better places or the right place or a place where at least you get a fee? Think about this. You could take what was a sunk cost that you're not getting any money back out of and turn it into a profit center. That's a huge, huge thing because you already have the leads. And if you've got them, and especially if you can email them, then making more sales to them, contacting them, it's as easy as pushing a button, right? So one of the easiest ways you can increase your profits is to earn more money from your buyers and your leads. Okay, now you're going to get access to millions of leads with macro leads, right? So it's going to be easy to build this lead base and the responsive people. Now, we created this in-depth training. We want to show you how to earn thousands of dollars a month more from your leads without having to create or source new products yourself, without any selling on your part. We're not trying to get you to go into a whole new business. We're just trying to show you how you can take your existing leads or the leads you're going to create with macro leads and sell more stuff to them besides your core business. Well, really have others do the selling, right? So we're going to show you really specific examples of how businesses have added highly profitable revenue streams, many of them with monthly recurring payments, very little work on their part, just making a referral. It really is that simple. Now, let me give you a couple examples because I want you guys to go figure out how to do this on your own if you're not going to join macro leads today, but we can shortcut this for you certainly, right? So here's an example. There's an offer from the U.S. government. It can give businesses up to literally millions of dollars in free money. I know this sounds like a scam, but it's not a scam. It's free government money. You could get paid up to $100,000, okay, simply for letting businesses know about the government money, refer them to a top-notch company that's already collected billions of dollars on behalf of businesses from the government, and they'll do all the work to get the money and they'll pay you a referral fee. It's that simple. Here's another example. Any business selling online is using various services that can cost them thousands of dollars a month. Some businesses spend over $100,000 a month on these services. A simple referral from you can save them as much as 25%, and you get paid a share of this revenue, the new revenue that's going to get generated every month for life. A single referral can literally be worth $1,000 a month for life as long as that business continues to use that service and they get a top-notch service at a discounted price. Why would they quit, right? And again, you don't have to learn how the business works or anything else. You just have to make the referral and know the sources that are going to be great and work for this kind of referral. Another example, a large percentage of online businesses use revenue models that are often based on a structure, really the standard structure that they think of or that they learned or tried to figure out, causes them to miss out on collecting literally hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in sales. They should be getting it. They're not. They're missing out on. Now, there's new technology that can automatically fix this problem. That means those businesses can close this gaping hole in their sales system, collect a large percentage of the sales they've been losing, and guess what? When you help a business fix this problem, which is just, hey, listen, you're in this kind of business, I think that if you talk to these guys, they could potentially add maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars to your bottom line. Someone's going to say, thank you for the referral. And if that works out and there's a deal made, you're going to get paid a percentage, which for, again, larger businesses, and some of you are dealing with very large businesses, that could earn you thousands of dollars a month as your share of the deal. And again, you get paid every single month because all of these are recurring monthly fees that we're talking about in these last couple of deals. So these are just examples, but simple ways that you can make more money from your existing leads, your existing contacts, your existing customers without having to do much of any work. We'll give you more examples in this training. Simple referral opportunities where you can give value to your clients and earn a healthy commission for yourself. And if you want, if you're looking to expand your business, we'll show you several other opportunities where you can get paid thousands of dollars for providing services to these businesses that you could easily do yourself, or you could act as a middleman to collect the lion's share of the profit. A lot of different ways to get more money from your leads, but when you do, all you do is build your profits and your revenues, and you make a lot more money. So get MacroLeads now. Click on that button, join MacroLeads, get started right now at this incredible deal that we're offering for this limited time while we have this webinar. So you want to join right now, get these 4 valuable bonuses. They're worth thousands of dollars. And one more thing that we want to give you. We want to help other businesses succeed. So we're going to give you our best-selling book for free. Ryan and I wrote this book, 50 Marketing Tips and Tricks Learned After $100 Million in Sales Over 20 Years. Really wordy title, I know. But great content, really actionable nuggets. We're going to ship you this physical book at our expense right to your doorstep. You can go through, read the book, which I personally am an older guy. I love reading physical books because I can mark them and circle and fold over pages and put Post-it notes in them for the strategies that I want to use. It's helped us to sell $100 million or more. Hopefully it's going to help you too, but we want to ship you that book as our gift as a new customer when you join MacroLeads right now. So you're going to get access to over 100 million of always updating business leads for any keywords you want, and optionally in any location that you want to search. Again, MacroLeads, only $9.97 for the first year, and then it's $19.97 a month. Discounts only good during the webinar. Click on the pop-up that you can see and the link and get access to this in this special offer right now during the webinar. We're also including the free bonus of Business Emailer that lets you email cold leads through Google Workspace to get great results and great delivery there. This is a brand new version of MacroLeads. I mentioned that earlier. It uses our custom-built search engine and database, but we've been in the lead software business for a long time. We've got some different versions. And these are what customers said of earlier versions. It did far less, but they got awesome results nonetheless, but nothing compared to what we think people will be doing and we're doing with MacroLeads. But here's Brigitte. She said, with your lead system, I struck gold. I completed a course in social media marketing. I decided to search for prospects in need of social media, scored 2 clients. Those contracts alone paid for my investment in your lead software. Billy says, we generated a bunch of leads in a few minutes. After 3 days of using the system, he went on to make a profit of $3,677 right off the bat. Obviously more than his investment in the software. And thanks to our software, he says, I'll be living in a warmer climate a little sooner than I'd planned. Now, I'm not going to tell you you're going to retire, okay, but obviously you can get great results very quickly. Kelly Conway says, I found 5,000 such leads with your software. The ongoing relationship I have with one client has generated over $50,000 in revenue so far, right? These are businesses. Some of them are doing huge amounts of volume of purchasing, and you're going to have access to all of them. All right. Alan is a guy who struggled. He had a couple of false starts. Things didn't work out for him right away, but he set aside 4 hours, went to work, and then, hey, he got some emails going back and forth with a lead, just got a contract for $20,000. Now he's found other leads that are going to also bear fruit, right? So like he said, I now realize I have a tap that I can turn on or off at will. So just like I was talking about, like having the gas pedal, right? Take macro leads, baby, you put your foot to the floor, you can go and grow and sell and make money in your business as fast as you want to do so now, because it's just awesome. Here's a guy, Matt, who during a economic downturn created a national network of 120 new jobs for his company. How? Using the software to find people that needed jobs or wanted to switch jobs, right? Here's AmeriFirst Mortgage. Your software is the best product we've ever purchased. That's probably, in part why they're the number one mortgage company in Arizona. And this last one is Daniel Zarko, who says, I generated $12,000 in cash after using your lead program in the first 4 hours of owning the software. Yes, Macro Leads is powerful. It's fast. You saw the demo, how quickly you can get into this. So if you're ready to turn your business loose, get all the leads that you need, how to contact those leads, how to create the sales that you want or the appointments you want to create the sales that you want, Macro Leads is the solution that you need. Again, click on the link and you can join right now. Get this special discount that's only good during the webinar. So what are the alternatives? Let me think about this. If you're not going to use Macro Leads to get access to over 100 million leads with the name, the email, the address, the phone number, the social media info, and several other pieces of information, how else are you going to get leads for your business? Because you don't have a choice, right? You have to get leads for your business or you can't make sales and grow your business. So what are the alternatives? Well, you could buy a list of leads, $21,000 just to buy the businesses in Georgia. That'll get out of date quickly, right? And then you'll need to spend $21,000 more just for Georgia. So you can do that. You can run paid ads, okay? Getting increasingly expensive. You don't have control over the leads. You don't have control over the increasing costs. And every time you hit something like some big holiday or something and all the retailers are spending money, then your costs go up because you're fighting over the same ad space, right? I mean, it's brutal. Facebook now, $19.68 average cost per lead. LinkedIn, $60 plus, right? $150 a lead in some industries, right? Crazy high numbers. Or you can get a fixed lead cost, right? Where you're just paying to get access to the database and never pay per lead again with Macro Leads. So you really have two simple choices, right? Maybe three. One, you don't do anything, your business never grows, doesn't go anywhere, right? So maybe that's a choice, but I don't think that's a real choice. So it's either you're going to do this the hard way. Maybe you're going to go door to door. You're going to look up businesses in Google and call them one at a time, or you're going to get access to over 100 million business leads, put the pedal to the metal, and grow your business like crazy. So I think there's really obviously only one solution to get your business to where you want it to be. That's to join Macro Leads. Again, click on that link, go join Macro Leads right now. While this discount is on this seminar for only just another couple of minutes, I'm going to answer some commonly asked questions and then we're going to wrap up. But people are asking, what info do I get for a business? Our database, it includes the business name, the personnel names where you can pull them out, the phone number, the physical address, the email address or addresses. Sometimes there's more than one person's email address we can get you, and the social media info. That information is going to vary slightly. Depends upon the industry, depends upon the business size, what information that we can get available so that you can easily contact the business however you want to, by email, by phone, social media, message them on Facebook, message them on Twitter. We're going to get access to a lot of information and ways to do that. What can you do with the leads? You can send them an email. You can call them. You can send snail mail, send a postcard, send a letter, send a package, depending upon what you're trying to get people's attention, or you can visit the business basically door to door. Using email, we're going to give you a lot of training on this, but to give you an idea, you can go direct to a sales page, which then would link to an order form. So you just send in an email to make a sale. Or you could send an email that offers a free report or a video or a gift. They go to a lead capture page where they would enter their name and phone number and email address. So then you could follow up with them. But people that are interested in pre-qualifying themselves would identify themselves to you. Then you can set an appointment if you need to and talk to them, but they're pre-qualified, way different than just cold calling, right? You could invite them to schedule a phone or a Zoom appointment to get more info if what you have would be a fit for their business and they're interested. Or you can just tell them, email me back and I'll send you some info just so you can get them to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested, I'm alive, I'm doing things. Please note, you can't sell the leads. We've spent a fortune building this lead database and maintaining it. You're not allowed to sell the leads, and we probably are going to notice if you do, so please don't even try that. Is it legal to send email to the leads? In the US, you can send email to anybody for commercial purposes, as long as you comply with the rules. And this is not legal advice, but using a good mail service like Google Workspace will help you comply. But the general concept is pretty simple. You must not be misleading in the message, right? So tell the truth. Provide your business name and email, or business name and contact information, your address, right? You don't have to put your phone number in there. You include a notice that's an ad or commercial message because it will be obvious that it is, but it's just a requirement, and give the recipient a way to opt out of future messages. Again, Google Workspace makes it simple to comply with the rules, but it is 100% legal to receive the cold emails and to send them. And you probably have guessed this already because, if you're in business, you're getting all these emails, but it is 100% legit to do this in the US. For other countries, you have to know your own rules because there's too many other countries that we can't keep up with the laws and how they work and how to comply with them in those countries. But certainly in the US, and if you're selling into the US from other countries even, completely legal for you to do this here. Can you just get this info from Google? Well, no. You can search a business on Google. You can get some info on one at a time. But our search engine goes much further, digs deeper to get all the business details we can provide you, from all the contact information to the social media information, etc., the website, right? You'd spend countless hours if you're trying to do this because you need to find the info, copy the info, paste the info, right? Instead of, like we showed you in the demo, a few minutes using MacroLeads with access to 100 million leads, and you can get all the florists or all the dentists or all the automotive repair shops or whatever else you want. So why would you spend hour after hour after hour trying to find and copy and get the right info, and often not as much info as we've got, when you could just do all of this for a one-time fee and get access to do this day after day after day of constantly updated leads? Obviously not. So join MacroLeads, get access to this right now. What if I don't get results from my first email? I understand your concern. If you haven't been using email in your marketing, you might think, wow, what if I send an email and I don't get a response? Well, first of all, that happens. Okay, I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. It even happens to us occasionally, right? But don't get discouraged because this is email. You haven't spent $150 to buy a lead. You're not spending, $100 or $500 or $1,000 a day running a paid ad that gets no results. You send an email. All you need to do is try a different message, and you're going to soon have positive results. Because, like if you're using Google Workspace, right, you're spending $6 a month. So what's that? 20 cents a day. So you send an email message today to 100 leads, and it doesn't work. The worst thing that happened is you wasted 20 cents, right? But tomorrow you try a different subject line and a different offer. And if you do that, you're going to get results. It's really not hard. And we're giving you in-depth training, right? Different types of messages to send, what to include in your messages, sample messages you can use as templates. So you have a great starting point. But if you send the first email and you don't get stellar results, don't freak out. Don't panic. Go ahead and try a different message. And if you get stuck and you're like, hey, I'm sending messages and it's not quite getting results that I would like, contact our support. We'll be glad to help you because we know that email marketing works. We've sold millions of dollars this way, and it can work for your business. It's just a question of sometimes a little bit of experimenting, and then you get the results you want, and boom, you can go ahead, go day after day after day after day doing this. So don't worry about that. And another question I get is, should I stop my other lead generation strategies? And the simple answer is not if they're working for you. If they're profitable, don't stop them, right? If you have paid ads that are working, don't stop them. Most businesses would kill to be able to do that, but you want to use all the profitable methods you can, right? To get as many leads and sales as possible. So if you have multiple strategies that are working, that's awesome. You need to add email marketing, okay, and lead generation with macro leads, because this is going to be another profitable method for your business. But if you've got things that are working, don't stop doing those. Add on this other stream of lead generation and marketing so that you can, again, push and grow your business as fast as possible and do it very, very profitably. So a quick recap on all the bonuses we're going to give you today. We're going to give you bonus number 1, the free training and support, not charging like other companies do. Bonus number 2, free upgrades and updates for life. You're not going to have to buy the latest version next year to get access. You're a member of MacroLeads. You joined on this special offer today. You get access to all of that free. Bonus number 3, the training on how to turn cold leads into cash. That's going to really help you know how to contact these people, what to say, how to respond, how to work with the people to get them from being a cold lead into a buyer. Bonus number 4, earn more money from your leads. I think this is the missing link for many businesses to become much, much more profitable, because with us or separately, you're generating leads. You've got this big lead database. You've got all these buyers. There are ways you can earn more money from those buyers that don't require you to start a new business line or go into a separate business, but you can generate a lot of extra money from what's already an investment that you've made. You need to be doing this for your business because you're going to make a lot more money doing that, I believe. And we're going to ship you our book for free, our best-selling book, 50 Marketing Tips and Tricks Learned After $100 million in Sales Over 20 Years, so that you can take those techniques and apply them to your business. The ones that work for you will help you kick it up yet another notch and make more money. So we're getting to the end of the webinar. We're going to be done in just a minute. You need to click on the link. Go join now. This discount is only good during the webinar. Again, it's only $9.97 for the first year. Then there is not an annual fee of $9.97 or any other annual fee. We're just going to charge you $19.97 a month to keep using MacroLeads and to keep using Business Emailer, right? Which integrates with Google Workspace. So to get access to this constantly updating database, constantly finding new leads, checking on the old information to make sure that it's still valid, right? We're doing that every single day. It costs us thousands of dollars a month just to manage this whole database after investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in building this amazing database and software. You get access to it for a fraction of this, and you're able to use this to pull leads and email them to grow your business at the push of a button. You saw in the demo with Brian how easy this is to use. You could probably start pretty much without even watching the training video, except you have to know how to hook up to Google Workspace. So watch the training video so you can do that right the first time and not get frustrated. But the training on this is super, super simple. Just watch it, take a couple notes where you need to, but at the very least, watch the initial setup videos so you can get started. As soon as you join, click on that link, join now. You're going to get your welcome email from us. If you don't see it, look in your spam folder. It'll have your username and your login for information for MacroLeads, and you can get started right away. At the top of the screen, when you go into MacroLeads, there's a link that says training videos. If you click that, then the page is going to open up and expand so you see all the training information. And then down below that is the actual MacroLeads system, the software, the search engine that you saw Brian demonstrating. So I hope you guys have found this webinar to be eye-opening, to show you what's working for us. We're using this system to sell a lot more of our software products to businesses and do it for less ad costs because we're not paying ad costs anymore. We've got less overall cost to create a sale. We're accessing businesses wherever we want to by being able to pull these leads in any niche and then make our message, fashion our message to fit that niche and how our software can help that particular niche of business, and then to make more sales. And we think that if your business that is selling to other businesses, that this is going to be hugely valuable for you as well, that you are going to be able to take this and absolutely just put your business, on such a speedy track that it's going to be, mind boggling for you. Because if you've been held back because you didn't have enough leads, if you've been held back because you didn't have that gas pedal to make the business go faster, if you've been struggling trying to buy leads or how to contact leads or how to buy paid leads or, try to get the right business by cold calling or going door to door, we're going to change all of that for you with MacroLeads and the system that we have and the training that we have, because now you're not going to be held back by any of those things anymore. Between the instant access to over 100 million business leads and the training that we have on how to contact them and what to do with them to get them to work for your type of business, you are going to be set to make amazing things happen in your business. So we're going to wrap up now. Again, if you haven't already, click on that link, go join MacroLeads, and I wish you all the success possible in your business.